Now, you went to is this the deployment you went for home for R&R on?
It is.
And you had your first meeting.
First meeting
with one of your platoon mates' sisters.
You know, I love to antagonize people, and I got a MySpace friend request, and I thought, man, this must be a dating page. It was a cowgirl hat, brown blouse, shirt, whatever, jean skirt. I was like, that's a dating site. There's an ad. Wait a second. That last name's the same as my medic. Let's do some investigation. He was home on R&R, and I was looking through. I was like, that's his little sister. She's 18, so it's legal. And I was just like, accept, And we started chit-chatting, and I just did it to make him mad, But we ended up enjoying each other's company. The first time we ever met, I was like, I deserve a vacation. I've been here 11 and a half months. I'm coming home for 18 days. You want to go on vacation? She's like, yeah, sure. So we decided we're going to go to Cozumel, Mexico.
How'd you talk her dad into that?
She was 18, so she did what she wanted, I guess. I don't know. He didn't kill me, so had every right.
And so you go to Mexico. That's your first date. It's like, hey, I'm just going to take you to Mexico.
Yeah. You guys, I say I don't know where that $24,000 went. I know exactly where it went. Went to Mexico, then back to Michigan for a week. Had a great time. She went back to Texas. I had to go back overseas. I got held up in Atlanta. So I called her up. I was like, hey, I'm in Atlanta for the night. You want to come? And she said, yeah. So she came out. Next morning, saying our goodbyes, crocodile tears streaming from her face. And she's like, I love you. And I'm like, I'm no idiot, so I love you too. As fast as I could. She's like, I love you. I didn't even pause, And she's like, in between her stops, I want to marry you. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But, in my head, I said that because I was like, I want to marry you too. Real Casanova here. I jump on that airplane, get back overseas, give her a call. Right, 24 hours later in Afghanistan, I'm like, hey, what's going on, babe? She's like, guess what? I'm like, I don't know what. Wedding's planned. Zales.com. Bought her a ring and called her dad and whatnot. He's like, yeah, I guess that's cool. I'm like, well, okay, thanks. Yeah. And then we got married.
How did her brother feel about it? Because was her brother in your platoon with you?
Oh, he was my medic, yeah. Oh, he actually rode in the same truck as me. Oh. And my colonel would pick on him on the radio. Man. Hey, Buck, what do you think Mill's doing with your sister and stuff? And it's like, I'm like, break, you can let that go. Because I'm standing up in the truck, and Josh can just hammer me from the back seat. And I'm like, no, don't do this, sir. But he knew I was a good guy. He's like, he told his mom and dad, he's like, look, I know how it looks. He's actually a good guy and really nice. Yeah. So we'll see how it works out. And then I ended up marrying her. Yeah,
yeah. No, that's awesome, man. That's a great story. You detail it in here. That it's pretty unbelievable, that you pulled all that off.
Well, and the colonel was actually setting me up to go to the prep school in Virginia for West Point. He's like, you should be playing football. And my lieutenant at the time, Lieutenant Phillips, now he's a major, or maybe he's a colonel now, but he was training me. He was a football coach, and he holds a record in Chicago. Yeah, most consecutive losses at the school that he was coaching at in high school. Yeah, they were that bad. Great guy, though, and he was like helping me coach and train up and lift weights and do whatever, but then I met Kelsey. I was like, I think I'm just going to do this, So we got married when I got back.
How long after you went home for Christmas did you come back?
I came back in April on the 13th night, 14th morning. And then you won't find it in my book, but we got married at the courthouse on the 17th.
There you go.
Yeah. And then we got married again in a big wedding in June. Yeah. Most military.
But you wanted that money.
Well, I needed to. I spent all my money. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get a house. I'm like, look, I need that BAH for 3 months to pay for this damn wedding, So,
where'd you guys have your wedding?
In Texas, in McKinney, about 112 that day.
And then, so you settled down, and now you're staying in the Army. You're pretty much saying I'm staying in the Army at this point.
Well, I really enjoyed it. I got moved around to another unit when I got back because I had to go to a line unit. I couldn't be a PSD guy the whole life. I was up for it. I was like, this is awesome. But we got a house or an apartment in North Carolina, right outside Fort Bragg there. Bought a dog. Life was good, and I figured the military's doing well, and then just kind of hung out for 15 months or 18 months before I deployed again.
That's what I was going to say. So it's 18 months between deployments for you?
It was that. It was usually a year and 3 months. So I went for 15 months, so they gave me 18 months off. I went for a year, and then they gave me 15 months off. Then I had to go again for my third. But I'm jumping ahead here.